Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another market breakdown. It is Sunday, February 8th, and let's hop right into it. So, starting on Bitcoin, we'll try to run through these quickly. Bitcoin is bearish on the weekly time frame. It is bearish on the daily time frame from right here, I believe. Um, and we're underneath the EMAs pretty well. 4 hour EMA, we're above the 9 EMA, under the 50. So it seems like price is starting to recover just a little bit on the daily and the 4 hour time frames. But other than that, we're very, very clearly bearish. Now we have retested the 50 EMA on the monthly time frame. So chances of us seeing a pullback to retest this, oops, to retest this somewhat of a head and shoulders pattern right here. There's your shoulder, head, shoulder, retest to sell. There's a good chance that that happens. I would say until price manages to break and retest above the daily EMA, then we're probably just going to continue to see some selling happening on Bitcoin. SPX seems like we've reached an area where price wants to sell. Now we have seen quite a few rejections. We are at a support zone. So seeing buying here would not be surprising. Daily time frame is above the EMA. Once again, we have this like support resistance zone happening in this area here. And until price can break and retest underneath the daily EMA, and underneath the support resistance, we may see continued buys. But yeah, probably something like this in order to take sells on SPX, NASDAQ, and US 30. So US 30 had a huge, huge day, huge week, in fact. Last week, we retested the 50 EMA on the daily time frame, broke above on the 4 hour time frame, and price has created all-time highs. So simple thing would be to look for a retest of this area to buy, and that's probably what will happen. So US 30 is looking bullish. SPX also looks pretty bullish considering the way the week closed. Now, we could very easily create a wick to the upside and then sell, but we'll see what happens. And then NASDAQ, weekly time frame is still bullish, all things considered. We are bullish on the weekly. Daily, we are underneath the EMA, so potentially we might retest to sell. If we break back above the EMA, we might just continue to buy. Moving on to gold and silver. Gold and silver. Super volatile these past couple of weeks. Lots of big moves to the downside. Now we're recovering back to the upside. We just broke back above the 4 hour EMA here. We have created a new low on silver, but I do think that we will probably recover and continue pushing these highs up here. So I'm pretty bullish on silver overall. I'll just be watching price on the 15-minute EMA. So if we're above, we'll just look for buys. If we're below, we'll look for sells. It really is that simple with gold and silver. All right, let's move into a couple of pairs. So starting with Euro GBP. Euro GBP had a reversal after we closed these sells right here. We closed at a 2.1, 2.2 risk to reward. Now we've retested daily EMA. Weekly time frame still bearish. Daily time frame is technically bullish right now. So the daily is bullish, but we are underneath daily EMA. 4 hour time frame is also bullish. So as of right now, buys make more sense. But overall, I do think that we'll probably continue to sell. I'm not interested. AUD, NZD, weekly bullish engulfing candle, weekly time frame, bullish. We had this here, same pattern right here and right here. After that, price kind of just took off. So we'll probably see continuation to the upside. Not interested right now. We're not really at an area of interest, but we are above the EMA. So something to look for would probably be a retest of a lower time frame EMA to buy. I'm not too keen on taking those types of trades right now. Weekly time frame on Euro NZD is bearish. Daily time frame is also bearish. Weekly, daily. We're at a lower low. As of right now, I'd be looking for a pullback, so I'm not interested. Euro CAD. Euro CAD is an interesting one. 2 weeks ago, we had this very strong rejection candle. Last week, we had a pullback. Weekly time frame is currently bearish. Daily time frame was above the EMA. Now we are below the EMA. 4-hour time frame is currently inside of this consolidation range. Now, if price manages to break below this range, reject the 4-hour EMA, and sell, we might be able to catch a sell underneath this area of consolidation. It is also a somewhat of a daily area of interest. Not too clean though. Let's see. Yeah, something like this maybe. I actually don't really like that. Don't like that too much. But on this one, I would be looking for sells. So daily time frame is bearish. Closed below this structure point, we went bearish. Now we're having a daily pullback. After the daily pullback ends, we could look for sells here. We'll keep an eye on this one. At a lower low on GBP AUD, not interested. NZD USD, kind of at a higher high daily time frame, has had a pullback 4-hour time frame, is now above the EMA. Not a huge fan. Okay, GBP USD weekly time frame is currently bullish. Daily time frame is currently bullish. And 4-hour time frame is currently bearish and under the EMA. I would be looking for buys once price breaks above and retests above this area. Daily time frame is bullish. Okay, so here's a good example of what the monthly time frame looks like, okay? I think that this monthly candle can flip and close bullish. We have 19 days to do that. So realistically, this is not a bad setup. We'll keep an eye on this one for buys. NZD USD probably also going to buy. I don't think it looks as clean as the other one. Now, one thing to consider is on NZD USD, we are reaching the monthly EMA. Monthly EMA usually keeps price down pretty well. So on this one, we're above the monthly EMA. On the other one, we are not. Anyways, let's continue. AUD CAD is at a higher high. Euro USD. Euro USD is in a very nice place. Weekly time frame, monthly time frame, same thing, setting up for buys. Weekly time frame is bullish. Daily time frame is bullish. 4-hour time frame is about to break out of this consolidation zone right here. It's about to break above the EMA. All we really need is a break and retest above that 4-hour EMA, and we should be golden, or just a close, above that area in general. Now we do have a double bottom that has formed right here. So this is your double bottom, meaning that this right here is your neckline. Price broke above, retested the neckline, and will probably continue to buy above that neckline. Okay. So we will see what happens with that one. Moving on. Not interested, not interested. Not too interested in this one. Kind of already at the next area. Here we're having a lower low being created on the daily time frame. Not interested, not interested. Most of these have already ran away or currently are running away. This one's nice. USD CAD. USD CAD is bearish on the daily time frame. Okay, bearish on the weekly time frame. We have a lower low, pullback, lower low right here. Underneath the EMA, 4-hour time frame is consolidating and slowing down underneath the, or technically above the 4-hour EMA. So all we really need is price to break underneath this area right here. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 structure points. A nice break to retest would be optimal for this sell. So here I am interested in sells. Daily time frame. Okay, so most of these here at a lower low, on the way to the higher high. Yeah, on the weekly time frame, it already has a higher high. Something you could consider waiting for is a potential wick to the downside on the weekly time frame, and then try to catch the continuation. It's possible. I just don't like the way that the structure is forming. So JPY is most likely already gone at a higher high here. At a higher high here. Same thing here. We are very far gone. USD JPY less so far gone, but it is still like ideally we would be able to catch it somewhere further down. But when it went all the way down here to retest the weekly EMA, the weekly time frame went bearish, the daily time frame went bearish, and the 4-hour time frame went bearish. So taking buys would be extremely risky, especially considering the area we are in right now. So right now the weekly time frame is bearish, the daily time frame is bearish, and the 4-hour time frame is bullish. So if for some reason the 4-hour time frame goes bearish and breaks underneath the 4-hour EMA, we could maybe look for sells. But as of right now, we are recovering and moving alongside all of the other JPY pairs. Therefore, we will stay away from it. CAD JPY, same thing at a higher high. Not interested at a higher high. Euro CHF looks like it had a daily pullback. This one had a daily pullback. So these two look really nice. Let's see. Euro CHF, CAD CHF look good. For sells, here we have somewhat of a weekly pullback. So I think that on the monthly time frame, let's see. Monthly time frame is hard to read here. Okay, so this monthly time frame has a push to the downside, wick pullback, and potentially a continuation to the downside. Or this could be the beginning of a weekly pullback, one that pulls us back into this area in order to sell. Also a possibility, but I do like the way that price is looking on the daily time frame. 4-hour time frame is also kind of retesting this EMA. To be honest, I do think that we'll probably do something like this, continue to buy maybe into next week, like have a daily pullback all the way into here, and then retest and reject the EMA to continue to sell. So we'll see what happens with that one. I do like the structure overall, so we'll keep an eye on it. Euro CHF, CAD CHF, same thing here. Both of these look really, really good on the daily time frame. We had the daily pullback, and we are about to have the continuation to the downside if we get the proper confirmation. So right now, the pairs we would be interested in taking are Euro CAD. Weekly time frame is bearish, right? We have a bearish engulfing pullback. Weekly time frame, daily time frame is also underneath the EMA, is bearish as well. We're kind of just looking for a break and retest. So first of all, a rejection of the 4-hour EMA, and then after that, a break and retest of this area of interest right here. So that would be a 4-hour break and retest. 4-hour break and retest on Euro CAD. Next is GBP USD. GBP USD is bullish on the weekly, bullish on the daily. We have a reaction off of the daily EMA and daily area of interest right here, where we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 structure points. So we're close to the daily area of interest. We're still underneath the 4-hour EMA. So what I would like to see is price actually breaking above the 4-hour EMA, maybe having a pullback to buy. So 4-hour break and retest on both of these. After this is also a 4-hour break and retest of this area here. 4-hour break and retest underneath this area. This one would be one of two things, either a 4-hour break and retest underneath this area to sell, or a pullback to sell. So these two will probably take a little bit longer in general, just because we're waiting for that extra confirmation. And there is potential to have a continued pullback since they're both CHF pairs. And a lot of the other CHF pairs are already, I think they're still pulling back technically. So yeah, so all of these are kind of, not all of them, but some of these are bullish. And because of that, we have to be extra careful since not all of them are moving in the same direction. So that is basically it for today. Just a bunch of break and retest on EuroCAD. We're looking to sell. On GBP USD, we are looking to buy. Euro USD looking to buy. USD CAD, USD CHF looking to sell, and CAD CHF also looking to sell. So that is everything for today, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know if you guys have any questions. And if you're watching on YouTube, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.